Do you want to be the ultimate visco girl, but lack the scrunchies, and you're too broke to buy them? Well, you're in luck, because I have nothing better to do with my life than sit around my sewing machine all day sewing scrunchies. So today, I'm gonna show you how to become the ultimate visco girl, and how to sew scrunchies. This is the one that we're gonna be sewing today. So if you wanna find out how I did this, then keep on watching. And if you make scrunchies using this tutorial, take pictures and tag me on Instagram. This is my Instagram. And yeah, dudes, that's just how it is. I'm going to sleep now. Good night. I'm sorry for this crappy content that you're about to see. But basically, what you're gonna need is some sort of measuring device. I'm using a measuring tape because I'm professional. What can I say? I'm just kidding. Oh my god. Okay, and then any type of fabric that you want. You can cut up an old shirt, you can cut up jeans, you can use a towel, you can use a pillowcase, you can use whatever you want to do. Me, I bought this fabric from Walmart. It was really cheap. I didn't even know that they sold Walmart. They sold Walmart at Fabric, yeah. Hi, my name is Bella Thorne, and I didn't even know that they knew that they sold fabric at Walmart, but apparently that they do. Yeah. And then you'll need scissors, of course, because you just do. And then I would say that you need some sort of writing utensil so that you can mark the measurements. And you need a sewing machine. Oh! Let's just get into it. So you're gonna wanna lay out your fabric and then mark 4 inches from the top. And then in a few seconds, it's gonna show me marking 18 inches down. Yeah, there it is. And then from there where you marked 18, you're gonna wanna measure 4 inches from the 18 mark, and then mark that, and then just cut out what you just marked, cut down 4 inches and then 18 inches down. Okay, here's where it gets kind of confusing, especially if you're like a super beginner sewer. And obviously I'm kind of a beginner too because I'm only like 14. But I've sewn a bunch of scrunchies and a few other things. So, if you're having trouble with this part, just remember, like, just keep trying. You'll get it eventually. And once you do, it's gonna click and then you'll be able to do it 1,000 times. So, let's get to it. Okay, so basically, after you thread your machine, make sure you do that. That's pretty important. Take your fabric, and I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but you are going to need a hair tie, 1 hair tie per scrunchie. You're gonna take your fabric that you just cut out, and you're gonna, I'm gonna reach through my sewing machine. You're gonna take your scrunchie, kind of place it on top of your, like, in the middle of your fabric, and then you're gonna kind of poke it through and then close it together over here. I hope this kind of makes sense, but I'm gonna do it one more time. So you're gonna like put it over the top of the right side of your fabric. Make sure it's not this side. It has to be this side. Then you poke it through like that, and then after you poke it through, you just kind of close it together like that, and then you're gonna put it in your machine through your machine, just like this. So, like that. And as you're sewing, and you get closer, you're gonna wanna pull this through. And maybe it'll make more sense once I'm actually doing it. So let's do that. Don't forget to backstitch. Don't forget that, that's important. Pull down, then your presser foot, and then you're gonna just, hold on. So as you get to the edge, you're obviously going to need to pull more fabric through. I'll show you. So when you're sewing like this, remember how we pulled it through, you're going to just pull more from underneath and then close it at the top just like that. And it's that simple, and then you just go all the way around. Okay, so once you're done with that, you should have something like this. See, we just sewed around the edge. And now the next step is to flip it inside out, or right side out, because you don't want a scrunchie that's like on the wrong side of the fabric. Now this is probably like the most time-consuming part of this whole project, but like it's pretty simple. It's just time-consuming. You're just gonna this is how I like to do it at least. I just take 2 fingers and then push my thumb with the fabric, and then I take like something like a Sharpie or a pencil and I just poke it through. And normally it just goes through. And it depends on what type of fabric that you're using, because like I'm using muslin, or not muslin, cotton. So it's like really not stretchy, so it's difficult, but like if you're using like a really stretchy fabric, it should be pretty simple. If you turn it inside out, it should like start coming together. Like there's still an opening here, so don't worry, it didn't go ahead. So the only thing left to do is you're gonna want to take one end of your fabric that was here and make sure that it's like completely, like all the fabric's out from inside of it, and you're just going to stick like about an inch of that into the other end of your scrunchie. Get your mind out of the gutter. Come on now. This is a family channel. I'm just kidding. If you're under the age of whatever, I'm sorry. You're probably traumatized. Although I grew up watching Shane Dawson, so like, it's whatever. So once you do that, it should look like this. And it doesn't gotta be perfect, because nobody's gonna notice the mistakes except you. That's what I've learned. So then you're gonna take your machine. Oh my god! Okay, so you're gonna take what you just did, and you're gonna put it underneath the machine just like that, and put your needle down, and then your doohickey, I forgot what it's called, your foot pedal. No, this is your foot pedal. What? I said it earlier. It's the... I forgot. It doesn't even matter. So just you're just gonna do like a little top stitch. Okay, and then after that, that's how quick it is. It really doesn't take that much time. So you get these threads because it bothers me when I leave threads on my stuff. So don't forget that. You got the beginning threads and you got the ending threads. So just make sure you get all those and all that jazz. And then now your scrunchie's done. Well, sometimes there's these little things, and that comes from like fraying of the fabric. It's not your fault. You can just pull those out or cut them. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you don't sew and you don't have a sewing machine, you could always use a hot glue gun. I don't advise that because hot glues freaking hurt. But this is your finished scrunchie and it's really cute. You're ready to be the ultimate supreme Visco girl. But if you want to use a hot glue gun, then just follow this tutorial. But instead of like sewing around the edges, then just hot glue the edges and then hot glue the thing closed. And that's basically how you would do it with a hot glue gun. It's basically like no different except just two different things. So I'm really sorry for this boring content. I have a few events coming up that I had to prepare for and I didn't have time to do my weird videos like following a Bob Ross tutorial with the James Charles palette, which is somehow my most viewed video. But anyways, thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, then like the video. It's not that hard, and it'll be better for me. Not that it matters, but like you'll get better content if I start getting more views. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week, maybe if I don't lose my marbles.
You guys have officially made me lose my marbles.
Bye, dudes.